Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of Albums that are 40 years old in 2023. This is day 18. We are looking back all month here in February 2023, at albums that were released in 1983. Okay, albums that are turning 40 years old this year. Their 40th birthday, their 40th anniversary, however you want to look at it, 28 days of February, 28 of our favorite releases from 1983. Today, we're going to look at the fifth album from this band from Germany. It was released December 5th, 1983, recorded at Dirks Studios in Cologne, Germany, produced by the band for RCA Records over in Germany, Portrait here in the States. I'm talking about Balls to the Wall by Accept. Remember the first time you heard that? Down, 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 down. Killer album. All right, this of course follows up the excellent Restless and Wild, which to this day still remains my favorite Accept album. This is not far behind it though. Excuse me. This early in the morning talking thing is always a pain in the ass. Anyway, Udo Dirkschneider on lead vocals, Wolf Hoffman lead guitar, Herman Frank on rhythm guitar, Peter Baltes on bass, and Stefan Kaufmann on drums. Many people consider this the classic lineup of Accept. I would not argue that one bit. There they are right there. Like that. Wolf Hoffman with hair, right? He's been doing the bald thing, the shaved head thing for so long, I almost forgot what he looked like with hair. And I remember I saw them back on this tour a long, long time ago. Anyway, the classic title track leads things off. Killer heavy metal anthem, right? It's slow and plodding, but it doesn't need to be anything else. Just immense power all the way through. Then you got London Leather Boys. You got Fight It Back, Head Over Heels. Love Head Over Heels. That's a great, great catchy metal song right there. Losing More Than You Ever Had ends a very good side one of the original LP. Then on side two, you got the Crankin' Love Child, Turn Me On, They're Losers and Winners, another great song, Guardian of the Night, and then of course Winter Dreams. So this album here, charting position, right? So this made it, interestingly enough, only to number 74 here on the U.S. Billboard charts. Sweden, this is a top 10 album. Germany, number 59. And up in Canada, this made it to number 43. As far as certifications go, this did make it to gold here in the States. So this was kind of like a slow and simmering seller here in the States. So it sold 500,000 copies by the time like 1990 rolled around. Canada, also gold. And that was actually certified in 1985, so this actually went gold pretty quickly up in Canada. A lot of metal stuff was doing pretty well in Canada in the 80s, it appears, right? So, yeah, a really, really good album, and I always thought the cover was a little on the wacky side, right? But hey, this caught your eye, right, for good or bad reasons, right, back in 1983 when it came out, and it's a good one. It's a good one. I think that this band were on the periphery of making it fairly big, especially here in the States, or maybe just worldwide in general. Like, everybody knows who Accept are, right? But they never quite achieved the success of, like, maybe Scorpions or not just German bands, but other metal bands at the time, Judas Priest, Maiden, so on and so forth. And, you know, probably because the band, I mean, let's not kid ourselves around here. You know, Udo's voice is not for everybody. He's got that kind of gravelly, snarling type of vocal style, and that doesn't necessarily equate to big mainstream success. That's my opinion, why Accept never got bigger than they were. Musically speaking, this was not that far out of line with a lot of the other metal bands that were breaking big at the time. But you may be saying, but Pete, like, James Hetfield has kind of like a gruff type of voice, and Metallica made it really big. It's like, yeah, that's true. But, you know, they also didn't really have the look. You know, I mean, I think there are a number of things that probably stopped Accept from being like that big, big band. They didn't, they were not a big MTV video band. You know, they had some videos that did okay, I guess. But for most metal fans, it doesn't really matter. We love Accept for what they are and what they were. And whatever success they had, we were fine with it. I always felt that they deserved more than they got. Right, I think after this album with Metal Heart, That probably should have been a bigger album than it was. I like Metal Heart quite a bit. It's a slightly more commercial sounding than this or Restless and Wild. But then after that, they kind of like lost their way for a bit. Russian Roulette's got its moments, and then Udo kind of comes and goes a bunch of times, and it just never really happened for them. But this was their biggest album, and not a huge album, but big enough. And this probably is the one that most casual fans will always remember, and that makes it a classic album, and that makes it one of my favorites in 1983. So let us know what you think of Restless and Wild in the comments below, as well as your pick for day 18 here as we march our way on to day 28. Stay tuned tomorrow morning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another one each and every day this month. Till then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. All together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, if you care to investigate, the links down below in the video description. We have the link to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, and thank you in advance for those who do donate to the channel. It helps keep the engine running here. Buying more music and movies and books and things like that to kind of talk about on the air. That's basically what that's used for. So thank you so much for that. And also we have a link to our merch page below where you can get this and many other cool Sea of Tranquility shirts, hats, hoodies, coffee mugs, all sorts of stuff. We have tons of different styles, and we have many of our best-selling ones are now available in pullover hoodies to wear here in the chilly winter, as well as zip-up hoodies as well. Those are really cool. So go check that out below, and I thank everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow morning for another album that is 40 years old in 2023. And also tomorrow, don't forget, we've got Ranking the Albums with Bill Steer's great blues rock man, Firebird. That's coming up at you tomorrow. So till then, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.